my friends, and welcome to The Simple Sober Life. I am Joshua, and I help others make simple changes to create a life of awesome. Welcome, my friends, and welcome to another Financial Friday. Hello. If you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure to do so down in the corner. Just hit that subscribe button, and you'll get notified each time I create a video. Well, today, my friends, we are starting a business. You know, when I quit drinking, I had an abundance of time on my hands. You know, I wasn't using all of my time to plan and scheme about how I was going to get my next drink and then sneak off somewhere and figure out where I could drink it, only to hide it, only to drink again. And so this opened up an exorbitant amount of time. Of course, I had a regular job. You know, I was working as a server at the time. And so I would do that, but I still had so much time on my hands. So I decided to start a business. And, you know, I've had businesses in the past. I had a digital marketing agency for many, many years, and it was fantastic. But this time I wanted to do something different. I wanted to start a business that I could actually be passionate about and really be proud in creating something that creates a global impact. And I'm super excited to say that I am well on my way to doing that. I am helping to inspire and motivate and educate people around the world every single day. And so I just wanted to take some time and give you some tips on how I am achieving that so that you can utilize these tips in starting your own business in sobriety. All right, my friends, it all starts with an idea. We all need an idea of exactly what kind of business we want to start. And, you know, I have found that it kind of comes down to two different paths that you can take. You can take the path of solving a problem. I wish there was a more fun way to eat. Well, now there is. Introducing the new Food Slingshot. Or you could take the path of following your passion. I've always been passionate about baby dolls. Can I turn that into a business? Now, ideally, you'd be able to take elements from both of these and combine them, but sometimes that doesn't always work. So if you are taking the path of solving a problem, it's ideal that as you go throughout your day, throughout life, you know, you really become in tune to the world around you. You know, a lot of people, or some people, go through life and kind of oblivious and don't really pay attention to the details. But those who do can spot little things that could be tweaked or created in order to make life better. Take some mundane object like a clothes hamper. A clothes hamper. Can you imagine, can you believe there was a time where we actually didn't have a clothes hamper? You know, people, I would assume, would come in from work, strip off their clothes, and immediately go into washing and hanging and drying them. But today, we don't have to do that. Now, when you have dirty clothes, you're like, I wonder where I can put these dirty clothes. Ha! We have something to hold our dirty clothes in, and it's fantastic. But it's something that most of us don't even think about. And so if you're going through life and you are walking down the street and you see, you know, something that could just be modified a little bit, made a little bit easier, something to kind of ease other people's lives, this could be a cool path for you. That's basically what Shark Tank bases its premise on. It brings people in who are asking for money, who have created a way to make life better. On the other path, we are following our passion. So this could be absolutely anything. My sister is awesome at creating these little Cricut things. She's very creative when it comes to coming up with designs and things like that. And she has developed a passion for, putting her creativity to work through Etsy and through other mediums, so that she can help build up her business of creating these objects, these t-shirts, t-shirt designs and sticker designs and things like that. If you are into art, if you're into handiwork, if you are an electrician, if anything that you are passionate about, I am sure can be turned into an additional income, if not substituting your supplementing your income, then generating, a primary income at some point. There is room for everyone, and we need to keep that mindset of abundance, that there is room in the world for us and room for us to follow our passion. The next thing that you're going to want to do, once you come up with your brilliant idea, is you're going to want to know how to get that into action. And so sit down and come up with a plan. When I first started the Simple Sober Life, I had absolutely no idea where I wanted to take it. And so I just kind of jumped in and started going with it. And, I had minimal, very, very slow, mind-numbing, painstaking growth at the beginning. But once a couple months had passed and, I started developing, a sense of where I wanted to take it, then I sat down and I created a plan for it. I created viable, actionable steps in order to achieve the goals that I want to achieve with this company. And it's starting to pay off in dividends, my friends. Actually taking the time and creating a plan will save you so much time, so much energy, so much money in the long run. When you know what you want to do and how to do it, and you follow those steps, you are, on your way to creating success. So you're going to want to know where your financing is coming from, what kind of marketing strategies, who's going to be involved in the company, what they're going to do, and all of these different, elements that play into actually building a company. Now, my friends, there are always legalities. We know, we go through life, there's legalities to everything, unfortunately, and business is no exception. There are some legalities that you may want to take care of, but I don't really foresee them as being absolutely necessary right up front when you're just getting started. Things like what type of business structure you want to create. Is it going to be an LLC? Is it going to be, an S Corp? Is it going to be a sole proprietor? All of these different structures have different tax implications and legalities and things like that. So if you have a lawyer friend who knows how to, structure these businesses and can help explain further what would be best in your scenario, it might be a good idea to reach out. Otherwise, there are a number of resources on the Googlers. Just research the different types of companies and structure it the way that you see might be best for you. Of course, if we're wanting to make money, then we might need a bank account. And it's always a good idea to keep, your personal funds away from the business funds. That way, everything's not getting mixed up. You've got them clean and separated so that when, something comes up for the business that you have to purchase or lease or whatever, you can take that out of the business account rather than messing with your own personal finances. And then with taxes and everything like that, it just helps everything stay simple. But my friends, one thing that I would highly encourage you to do is to apply for an EIN, and that's an employer identification number. This is used for tax purposes in lieu of your Social Security. So even if you have an LLC or a sole proprietorship, you can still apply for an EIN so that you can just keep those separate. So that when you're putting your business onto legal forms and all these other things, you don't have to use your Social Security number. You're not putting that number out there. You kind of open yourself up to identity fraud and things like that when you start crossing all those over. And my friends, of course, financing. I'm gonna need more money. Financing is a major part of getting a business off of the ground. So, in the very beginning, you might have to dive into that savings account a little bit. If you have a trust fund, send it my way. I could totally use an influx of cash. But, if you don't have those resources, then there are another of other options. You can take out a small business loan from your bank, from a credit union. There are also organizations that offer small businesses loans, like the SBA, Small Business Association. That's a government-funded resource that will help you out with small business loans. You might think of investors. Start with your friends and family. If they believe in your idea and in you, then there's a good chance that they may want to invest in your business. You might have to give up some equity, or you might have to take it out as a loan, whatever the case may be. But don't be afraid to ask the people within your sphere of influence to help you out with the financing, especially if you have that business plan in place and that you can show them that you are professional and that you are committed to doing this, and give them some sort of security. There are also crowdsourcing methods to start building up a cash flow for your business. And my friends, last but not least, but most importantly, is get started and treat it like a business. When I first started my digital marketing agency way back then, I had a partner at the time, and we spent a week trying to come up with the perfect name for a digital marketing agency. A week. We didn't talk to any clients. We didn't, come up with any sort of business plan. We didn't come up with any sort of structure. We didn't come up with any sort of financing. We spent a week on the name. That is not cash generating action. And in fact, the name doesn't even really matter when it comes down to it. You build the brand up based on, your commitment and your action and, your deliverables and things like that. That's how you build up the brand, and then, the brand is built around the name. So don't worry about those minor details. Get into cash producing activities, such as talking to clients, potential clients, putting yourself out there, networking, either on social media or hopefully in person pretty soon. Get out there, get yourself known, tell people what you're all about, go get that financing, create that business plan, get into action and treat it like a business. Most of us have that job we go to, 9 to 5 or whatever the case may be, and we go in and we treat it like a business. That is exactly how we need to treat this business that we're building. If we only have an hour a day, then we need to dedicate that hour a day solely to the purpose of building up that business. That's all we do for that hour. And it has to be, action producing activities. Treat it like a business and get started. My friends, I hope you got value out of this. If you did, please make sure to comment down below. What business have you recently started and how's it going? I would love to hear about that. Also, give this video a big old thumbs up And again, subscribe. Hit that bell when you subscribe so you get notified each time I create a video. And until next time, my friends, cheers.